So why tonight's eliminated contestants? What do you think that they didn't bring to the plate this week?
Well, that's a good question because I don't think we saw any of those couples down. I mean, the jive was kind of maybe a little bit of an inkling, but we still thought that those two probably had such a huge fan base that I don't think we really saw them down into the bottom. So that was a bit of a surprise. I mean, look at Mariah tonight. I mean, she just absolutely annihilated that number and brought another side to her that I don't think a lot of us anticipated. So I think the more you get your underdogs doing something like that, like when Fiction does something or Blueprint does something, completely outside their genre, that's what I think we're a little bit harder on sometimes a trained dancer. Like, let's say, Tucker dancing the cha-cha. Now, he's not a Latin dancer. Should he be able to do that? No, but I still think we expect more out of people that have been trained, that have been following choreography. You take some of these people who have never had even a trained hip-hop lesson, and all of a sudden they make you cry in a contemporary. Of course you're going to be going, jumping up and down and acting like a crazy person like myself because you know how special that really, really is.
Like in the first 10 minutes, we already eliminated 2 contestants. How hard was it to do at the top of the hour than wait until the end?
That's a good question. I'll be honest. I think it's a little bit hard. I think for me. I go back and forth. It's just new, so it's just hitting me today. But I think it's a little bit tough. I think to just come out and wham bam. But I get what Nigel's saying. At the end of the show now, we usually have end with a bang. Tonight, doesn't necessarily end with a bang. But at least it's not a downer of losing somebody on the show. But the fact of the matter is, we know we're going to lose somebody on the show. I think I prefer seeing the two dances dance, completely without ever knowing, dancing their heart out, and then it gives you that extra number 2 to really base it on. And if you still need to do a dance for life, you get that on top of it. So you get, 2 full numbers, week 4, this week, and your solo, if you need it. A lot of times last year, when they did their second dance, we knew if they had another dance outside their style and they were in the bottom and they blew us away, game over, game change. It can completely, and that's the thing about this show, is it can be completely different from one week to the next. So that's what I love about getting 2 dances.
Another great night.
With the early elimination, does that leave room for sabotaging at the end? Sabotaging your partner kind of thing? Do you think at any point? Tonight, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would sabotage their partner. That would be really sad, wouldn't it, if somebody would do that? Or you have to realize, too, they might just be so sad, and if they had let's just say, for instance, let's say Alan was the person that went home, and he had to be hit with emotional drain of that dude's routine. How many lists did he do? And they were so close and back-to-back, but it's amazing. And he had to do that several times today. What most people don't know is that not just for the show, but dress, he had to practice several times a day. All those lifts. Oh my God. Somebody called a masseuse for him. Lord have mercy. But he did it. A little son of a gun.
Well, knowing what you know now and getting the benefit of seeing those extra dances, would you have chosen differently if you had?
It's not really my choice, Would I've chosen? Oh, I see what your question is.
Would you have different
Would I have
dancers?
chosen differently tonight? Well, I still think Mariah would have been safe. I would have liked to say Brittany Cherry, but then who would have gone for me would have been Mackenzie. But I will say that I don't think, even though Mackenzie seems, she's outstanding to look at, she's got the most beautiful legs and feet, it would have been a tough call. But I would have loved to see Brittany, because I've seen her in Las Vegas do something fabulous every single day. She was another one of those girls that I've already talked about in my blogs and stuff like that, I saw her from the beginning. I saw her and Jenna, and I think Amy, they were all just dominators. And so it was really a shocker for me to lose her. And it's just, that was with the girls, that was a really sad situation. It would have been either Jade or Carlos probably for me. So, and Carlos's number might have, I think, changed my mind, to tell you the truth. Because I would have think that, the Bollywood was okay, and his style, you got to think about that too. See, there's other factors that keep coming into play. Jade was way outside his style, but I think that number was so fabulous that Carlos did.
So what do you think, since we don't know what the audience is thinking sometime, what do you think they need to do now to take it to the next level? You don't know how the audience is going to vote.
What the dancers need to do? Well, I think, the shock's going to wear in tonight. And obviously, after the results, they were all out back crying their eyes out, actually. And I think now the realization that, yes, we are in a competition show, it's not so real until the first couple go home, because they've been together through Las Vegas week. They come here early and they get together. They've been here now for a few weeks, and so now it's reality sets in, and this is the tough part. They know it's part of a dancer's life, but I'll be honest with you. Even though we say that we can take, somebody telling us no and being denied certain things, as a dancer, I cannot, and I think maybe that's why I'm very sympathetic, because it hurts. It still hurts. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you're a dancer, brush it off and get back up. Yeah, we do. But give me that 2 or 3 days to go down for the count, and I'll come back up. But don't let anybody tell you that we're not feeling people, or it doesn't hurt. It hurts. You worked hard. They've been working their whole life. Most of these kids since they were 3 years old. Of course, it affects them. It affects me to say that no, because I know how much it hurts. Been in the closet a day or two crying myself over some things.
And with the surprise elimination, and it's probably going to be more as the weeks go, would you want to see, like, in future weeks, maybe have like a wild card system come back kind of thing?
Well, let's hope that we get that out there and we Twitter. I know they do it on American Idol, and I just pray that we can get a wild card and bring that back, because we've never done that. I think it's a great thing to do on a show, and I just hope the people write in and get that started, because I think it would be awesome. After a few weeks, mid-season, before we go into the All-Stars, that we get a wild card.